Not good. Not good, guys. Is it just me, or does it seem like this time of year, every year, is when like your garage or your fishing space, wherever you keep your fishing stuff, is it like the time of year where it gets just crazy, out of whack, super disorganized? I mean, if we're gonna give it some ratings, I would say like A is the beginning of the year, immaculate, everything is in place, not a jig strand out of place, everything is in the right boxes, organized, size, color, everything's perfect. B is very, very good, very well organized, you know, maybe a thing or two out of place here and there, but you know pretty much where everything is, all your baits, everything on the walls hanging up real nice. C, C is kind of bad. Maybe 2, 3, 4 trips. You didn't, clean up, put the baits back where you were supposed to put them. You still know kind of where stuff is, but there's definitely things out of place. And then I'd say your D is, it's probably where I'm at right now, where you don't know exactly where everything is. Things are just in random boxes. You got random baits just floating around your floor. You've got one of those. You know what those are, right? That corner right there, that's where you put the stuff you don't know where to put. Anything that I don't have a spot for goes into that corner. Those are pretty bad. And you have one of those. That's definitely part of the D category. And then F, I don't even know what an F would be. Just you don't care. You just have a mountain of stuff and you pick from it when you want to go fishing. So I don't know. I think I'm at a D right now. Like I said, is it just me? Or do you guys find like this time of year you get really unorganized? Let me know your grade for your fishing space, whether it be your garage, your bass cave, your tackle room. Let me know in the comments below what right now, this moment, no cheating, this moment right now, your grade for your fishing space would be. So like I said, this needs fixing. And one of the things that I want to address is a comment left by one of you guys asking about, and I say this and I'm pretty much contradicting myself at this point, but asking how I stay organized and do a lot of my tackle management, especially with 3 different kayaks, how I find the stuff I need for a particular body of water. And I promise you, typically, I'm good at that. Typically, I'm really organized. That being said, that's the video today. We are going to completely reorganize, spice it up a bit today, and you probably noticed I've got a palette of boxes right here of random things, but specifically some pretty cool products that are going to definitely spruce up the tackle organization, make it look a lot prettier for sure. I think this is going to be a fun video. I think this is going to be an all-day affair. So yeah, I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to get going because this is going to take a minute. Let's get this thing started, and I will see you guys in a minute. 6:20, guys. Cheers. That took a lot longer than I thought. Oh my goodness, I think we got started around 10 o'clock this morning, and that was literally 8 hours straight. Unboxing everything, tearing this whole wall apart, putting all my current baits into the new boxes, including terminal tackle, doing a little bit of lighting stuff, tearing out the junk closet, that nastiness over there to my right, and oh my gosh, and then, I don't even know, I can't even think right now. The first few hours, I was just making things messier, but we pushed through, and here it is. The workbench specifically is what we were working on today. Obviously now with some new gear, but the same principles apply. How I stay organized, how I am efficient, I guess you could say, with my tackle management on my good days, and able to swap things out from different boats, different bodies of water, because as you guys probably know, I mean, the Delta is a lot different than Lake Berryessa and then Clear Lake, so depending on where I go, you know, I really have to be able to change stuff on the fly, especially with my kayak setup. I think the more organized you are, the more efficient you are on the water, and you know how that goes with fishing. Time is everything. So just to talk about the changes, the major changes we did to the workbench, we cleaned out a ton of stuff. I mean, everything is a lot more organized now. Obviously added some cool lighting, a few more stickers, added a beer fridge. That's like a must in a bass cave is a beer fridge. So we got the Sierra Nevada beer fridge. Plano Edge boxes. We got a bunch of boxes. We got 3700s, we got 3700 deeps, 3600s, flex boxes, which are pretty cool, and we'll talk about those. And then we got some specialty boxes. We got some XL crankbait boxes, we got terminal tackle boxes, we got some storage bins, spinnerbait boxes, buzzbait boxes. Pretty cool that Plano has specifically made these Edge series boxes to really fit any of the tackle or category of tackle that you want. And that's exactly the purpose of obtaining these new boxes. So I'd say the only box nowadays, unless it's maybe like big swim baits or something, that I bring out on the kayak are 3600 size boxes. I've experimented with a bunch of boxes over the years. You know, I've done the whole deal where I brought like 5 3700s, I brought like 10 3600s, had like my crankbaits in one box, my jigs in another box, but what I've come to find out is you can have a box full of crankbaits. Maybe got like 15 crankbaits in that box. I don't think I've ever had a trip on the kayak where I've gone through more than 3 crankbaits. So you get my point. You don't need that many crankbaits. And as far as color selection, I'm pretty simple with colors for all baits. So I don't have a million colors. So for me, what I like to do is I like to take a 3600 size box, and I like to put the baits that I want in the box. I might bring 2 or 3 3600 size boxes with me on a given day, but if there's a crankbait bite, maybe I'll put 5 crankbaits in there. If there's a jig bite, maybe I'll put 7 or 8 jigs in there. You know, I won't load up on a whole bunch of the same bait for one single box. Over the years, experimenting with different sizes, different numbers of boxes I'm bringing for the kayaks, 3600 size, and only a few. At most. The beauty of this box, for me at least, is depending on where I go, where I'm fishing, whether it's the Delta, one of their deep reservoirs, or somewhere, maybe just a pond, I don't know. The beauty of this system, for me at least, is I can take my 3700 size boxes, so the bigger boxes, those are my storage boxes. I can take from those boxes and pick and choose exactly what baits I want to bring for that day. Now the key is, and this is what's happened, the key is after your day of fishing, you got to put those baits back. And unfortunately, like I showed you earlier, I did not do that for a trip that turned into 2 trips, that turned into 5 trips, that turned into basically all summer. But that is the system. That is my system that I've been using probably for about 1.5 years now. And I found it very efficient because, yes, we are on the kayak and we cannot bring a bajillion baits. So I'll just kind of go through what I would typically do if I was to go on a trip tomorrow. So say we were, and hopefully this works good, got our 3600 style box right here, okay? Now, like I said, these are the Flex Series boxes, which I really, really like because you can customize your dividers in almost any shape or form you want. It is pretty cool and something that I really like because, I mean, some of my old boxes, I would be, you know, chiseling out with a knife some of these dividers that were set in there just to make a bigger space for a certain bait. You know, baits are all different sizes. So I really like the Flex Series and that you can make this exactly how you want. Right here, for example, we got just some random baits. Actually, this was from Alden's bachelor party, this particular box. We only needed 1 bait from that trip, if you guys remember. You know, say we found a good jig bite, a cheater jig bite. You know, cheater jig, that's coming into play, right? Good cheater jig bite on the Delta. We're going to the Delta tomorrow, so pretty simple. I'd find my jigs right here. Just to show you. Got our jig box. Nice and organized. You know exactly what you have, colors you have, how many you have, all that stuff. So maybe we'll take a few of those guys out. We put it back on the shelf. And we, you know, then we just put our jigs in here. Simple as that. Now, obviously, that is a lot different for a day of fishing. There'd probably be multiple baits, different things that we'd be putting in this box and changing out. But that's just an example. Like I said, 3600 size boxes are my choice for the time being. For like different baits though, like buzz baits, spinner baits, pretty cool that these Edge series makes boxes specifically for specific baits. They've got a buzz bait, and you can put spinner baits. We got a spinner bait box separate from this one. But these are all my quad buzz baits. So I'm going to a place where I think there might be a buzz bait bite. Open her up. This is just a Plano spinner bait box. But again, significantly smaller, right? You don't need to, I don't want to bring this with me on the kayak, no way. I want to bring something small. So Just, you know, get some buzz baits. We already got a few in there. This is kind of like I said, our main box. We put her back. And this is what I'm bringing. So I think you guys get the idea of the system. We got our bigger boxes as our storage boxes, labeled, organized, and then we utilize our smaller boxes for the boxes we actually take out on the kayak with us. And just kind of going a little deeper too, I'm looking at my Titan 10.5 right now. This is kind of like our tournament boat, our big boat. We would typically, and I'll take you, we would typically, the night before, take these guys over to our tackle trunk and set them in there. And that's it. If we're going, and we've done this before, if we're going to a pond or a smaller body of water, I really will only take one 3600, and depending if we're using the Falcon or the Slayer Max 10, we'll just throw this guy right in the side, like so. Oh, boat's a little dirty. But yeah, you get the idea. And also, just to talk about plastics, very similar system. We got the entire wall of plastics that I frequently use, and you can see them all, of course, and you visually know what you need more of by, you know, how small they're getting on the hook. So same principle applies for plastics. I see them all there. I know what I got. I pick and choose. I put them in a bag, a little plastic Ziploc bag. Actually, I'll show you. It typically looks something like this. And that is what I bring my plastics in. So yeah, that is how I pick and choose the hard baits in the storage boxes and the soft plastics that I bring for a trip of fishing. And I've really found it to be the most efficient, most convenient way to organize. The key is knowing what you have, how much you have of it, and having it very accessible, have it visually accessible to you so that you're not digging and rooting around for something that you may or may not have. That is pretty much the answer to the comment. I think what I'm gonna do now is, I mean, we've got some cool stuff here. I mean, this, you know, it was a long project. It took a long time, but this is a fun project because I feel like it is looking pretty spiffy right now. And I definitely want to give you guys a tour of everything that we did and show you some more specifics on, you know, how I stay organized with other things like terminal tackle, stuff like that. So let's do that. I'm gonna put the chesty on actually. Okay, so let's begin, I guess. This, oh my gosh, this looks a million times better than what we had before of just randomness, stacking and piling in this corner. I think we'd all agree the best addition is the beer fridge right there. Yeah, some cool stuff. So we got some bins with extra plastics in there that we'll pick through every so often. This is all extra reels, but I want to show you this box right here. Got these nice little stowaway boxes. This one has all of my hooks. All of my hooks are in here. All of my unopened hooks, I should say. So extra trebles, you know, weighted swim bait hooks, jig heads. Got some A-rig stuff. All of my extra hooks in one spot, in one box. That's how I like it. Actually, we're gonna skip this for 1 second. This other box has a lot of my other terminal tackle, you know, random stuff, O-rings, bobber stops, has some skirts in here. These guys right here, highly recommend them. Pocket knocker, lure retrievers, save you a lot of money and a lot of baits. There's other things in here like split rings, whatnot, but that's a pretty good little box that I keep right here. And I will say the other thing too, like, I mean, I'm trying not to get off topic too much. I know I'm probably all over the place, but one nice thing about having like an organized like workbench section is everything's like within an arm's reach. You know, I can grab stuff here. I can work on baits. I mean, you can see back there, I've got some, you know, some dies, some mendits, some markers, pliers, knife, scissors. You can work here. It's a workspace, and you know, you want to keep it that way. You want to make this basically your office off the water. Swim baits. We need some swim baits. We need extra swim baits. Well, I know they're right here. We went through a million drop shot hooks today. We only got a couple left. Well, we go to one of our terminal boxes, and we know exactly all of our drop shot hooks right here. The ones I like at least, and we can, you know, take a bunch more. As you guys can probably see, these are the Plano terminal edge boxes. There has been many boxes over the years that have tried to master the terminal box. This one for storage purposes only, I think takes the W, because being able to customize, like these things come right out. And they've got these little latches, keep everything separated. And you can take these out and put them, I mean, it's great. The other box right here, so that's all hooks right there. Right here are all my weights. So I actually kind of mixed and matched a bunch of these boxes they come standard with and put them in the other box. But this one I made my hook box. This one I made my weight box. You can see all your weights in here. We got 1 ounce weights right here. Pretty cool. Drop shot weights. And again, you can take these out and put them in different boxes, which you got to admire how customizable these are. Even like these little individual boxes here with the latches, you can pull this little tab out. So, I mean, even you can make that bigger or smaller. I don't know. I think it's just a really good system to store your terminal tackle. Obviously, I know you guys get this by now, but we're obviously not bringing these boxes out with us on the water. We're taking a smaller terminal box, picking and choosing the things that we need. These stay here for storage. Anyways, so going back to this section, got a backpack for trips. Only when I go on the boat with like Obedy or whoever, I'll bring a backpack full of tackle. Here, extra stuff, extra baits. These are actually all my weights, so all my weights that are in packages still. Lots of punch weights, some drop shot stuff. But again, that's the unopened stuff. All the stuff that I've opened and that I reuse is in these 3700 terminal boxes. Lots of jigs. So if I need football jigs or finesse jigs, I know which box to go to, which it's kind of coming up that time of year. Things are cooling down. So we've got all of our jigs in here. These are, again, ones that are not opened. Everything that I've opened is up in the 3700s, just a way to keep tabs on stuff that I have packs of. We saw the fridge, key feature. We got the bait wall right here, hard bait wall. Some baits, some go-to baits that I may pick and choose from depending. Yep, more lure retrievers. Got some miscellaneous items, as you can see. More baits, more baits. And then we got the Sierra Nevada sign. That's pretty cool. Little on-off switch there. Then the LEDs, little Amazon pickup. Pretty cool. You can control them from a remote. We can obviously turn them off. Turn them back on, off, on. Change the color. We got different colors in here. Actually, there's a million colors. It's a great Amazon find. Green, blue. You do a white. Definitely an upgrade from the lights we had before, which actually weren't even working. And then we can change the brightness too, which is pretty neat. So I thought it was kind of a good little touch. Let's stay with green. Down here, more storage. Got these boxes down here for some soft plastics that I wanted to keep organized that I know I'll probably be using quite a bit of. So here we've got generals or stick baits. This actually right here was a really good bait for me last year on the Delta in the winter time, this cinnamon purple color. I'm sure winter will be here before we know it. A way to keep plastics organized down here. Yeah, I mean, we can go over some other boxes too. We got like a Huddleston box. Definitely gonna throw the Huddleston more this winter. Now that I've finally stuck a fish on it. I've actually had a few bites on the Huddleston. Another box dedicated to just Huddlestons. We got the 8-inch, 6-inch. We got 6-inch weedless. We got our famous bed bait Huddleston right here. That's still alive somehow, I'm not sure. What else can I show you guys? I'm not going to show you guys every single box, of course, but we got a frog box. And another nice thing about these boxes, the clear top. You can see exactly what's inside there. And here are all of our frogs. I know you guys are surprised they're not all Booyah Head Crushers, but I do own other frogs. Yeah, here's another box for us. We'll go over two more boxes. Box for big wakers. This is a 3700 deep flex. So again, the flex stands for the ability to customize all these boxes just how you want. You get about 1,000 of these dividers per box, so you'll never run out of dividers. And they're all pre-cut too. You don't have to take the scissors to the ends of the tabs and cut them yourself. I really like open spaces for bigger baits like this, so I just needed the one. And here's all of our wake baits. I will show you this box for giggles, and this is going to show you guys how much I don't deep crank. So these are our big crankbaits. Kind of a cool system. But yeah, these are all my deep diving crankbaits. A technique that I have really no experience or competence in. Hopefully the day will come where I'll fill this box up a little bit more and be more of a deep cranker. We'll see though. But yeah, guys, I think that is gonna do it. I mean, that was a long day of organizing. It was a lot of fun though. It was time. I was due to clean up my mess in this garage and make it look pretty again. Yeah, you know, one more thing. I probably should do this. I want to do it. I'm gonna do it. Let's do a giveaway. We haven't done a giveaway in a long time. This guy right here, Plano Edge 3700 box. But what we're gonna be doing is, tell you what we'll do is we'll do a giveaway for the 3700 box, and the winner will also get to pick 10 items. 10 items, any one of these items, any 10. I'm gonna also include those 10 items to be any of the soft plastics on this wall. So yeah, your choice of any 10 things you want there. You can have anything you want, except my sign. You can't have the sign, of course. Giveaway rules, as always, just leave a comment below. In a couple of days, I will pin that comment. We'll get in touch via email. We'll confirm that your email matches your YouTube profile, and I'll show the baits right now. 10 items of any one of these baits on the wall, the hard baits. You can have the accessories too, and the soft plastics. We'll definitely make the winner when we kind of talk in that comment thread. They'll have to, you know, list those 10 choices in the comment thread so everyone else knows what they pick. Anything else? I think that's it. It's been a long day. As always, guys, I thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.